Morning, welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We're in the River Journal, but we're taking a little bit of a hiatus today. Today's video is an hour and 28 minutes. If you don't like long ones, this might not be for you. For the glorious sunshine with me and the dog, Bogey.
Do you see this gigantic bin? It's probably 10 inches by 18 inches. It's overflowing. Just scraps. Paper. Or maybe not that. Sticky notes from New York. Everything's in here. Okay, that goes in the Post-its drawer. It's there now. There's a Daphne's Diary, I think, in here. That won't get totally torn apart, but there's another magazine in here that can. I got to get rid of this. So, I am not... How am I going to do this? Talking kind of quietly because my husband, it's only 4 o'clock. I'm starting the Snake River, but I have to go meet contractors. Probably the rest of this, I don't know. We'll find out today how quick he can come. Hopefully he can come quick. To my sister's house. So she should be going back to work. I don't know if she got an MRI. No, I don't know. Health, broken pipes. Poor California. Oh my gosh. Now they're having mudslides, which is a common side effect when all the brush burns. And if they get rain, which they have for finally. Now some of the areas in the Santa Barbara, Montecito, Ventura areas that burnt so bad during the Thomas Fire, and the one in Santa Barbara, Montecito, now they're having mudslides. Horrendous. And I think it said 13 people dead. They started yesterday, Tuesday. There's already some stuff done in here, which this may not be a good one to work in. I need a blank slate here, people. I'm sure I can find a blank slate. Let's see right here, maybe. Nope. Alright, here's my magazine box. Here we go. Nope. That's Daphne's Diary. I gotta find a, like an Architectural Digest or something. That I can glue on. Well, alright, I might just make huge pieces of paper. Because theoretically, I would like to keep these as originals, if they turn out right. So, this one's pretty full. I should elaborate on some of these, shouldn't I? Okay, we're going to try that first. Alright, we're going to turn it upside down and go this way now. Okay, that's a lot of territory. Alright. So this is not going to be my Snake River. Although, okay, I'm not supposed to think about this, and I already thought about it. I was walking the dog yesterday, which I'm going to try to remember to insert some footage here. I'm also uploading today's video, so I can't get too distracted. it was so quiet, and the sky is blue, and the birds. Oh my gosh, somebody found a Arctic snowy owl here on Lake Murray over the weekend. That's how cold it was. They got confused, I think, and came down here. Something. They said they don't usually go past like upstate New York. Well, we're a far cry from upstate New York. Let me just tell you. This is just scraps that I didn't know what to do with. I'm saving them for a special project. Save, 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 save. Can't get rid of anything. Hoard, 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 hoard. It's got to go. And if, see, even that can be elaborated on a little bit. I think it's too much. I'm just not good at that final step. I can get it to the second to the last step, and then I kind of just like mess it up, in my opinion. I have all this stuff here. Different kinds of paper, different kinds of medium. So I think I just need a palette cleanser for a day, or clean out this box a day. And I still love this as a cover for a traveler's notebook. That might not be get used. Here's something I did on a day like this that I do not like, but in small doses it could work. So I am just going to fast forward this. Theoretically, I might download some music, which I haven't done in a long time, and just put it in the background. And, well, it might be no, I'm just going to talk. It's going to be a super long video. It's a talker video. I don't know how to live stream yet. And I don't know how to do stories on Instagram yet. But it's in the thought process. See, now to me this is much better. And now if you do, well, let's just do this one. Get out your Stabilo pencil. Do a little bit of that. A little bit of this. There's pumpkins, snowflakes. I don't know how to do this stuff. Let it dry, maybe back it off a little bit with white and do some more. It'll work. Okay, page 1, check. It's just out of control here. I can't say something on here yet because my sister will tell my parents. Hello, sister. We're planning a trip. It's not a Viking trip this time, which will be unusual. We've done our last 4 vacations, I think. Big vacations have been Vikings. River cruises, it fits our aesthetic. A lot of people, including friends, I think we took on them that don't like them. Oh, I hear my husband coughing. My poor dog was sneezing in the middle of the night. He couldn't stop. Oh. Well, he finally got calmed down. And he fell. He's 13. My little furry munchkin is 13. And he's had 2 knee replacements. Well, not knee replacements, ACL surgery on his knees. And he does very well, considering, I think, very well. He was running yesterday, and I'm trying to keep him at least going up and down the stairs in our backyard, down to the water at least once a day. And trying to make him go around the block with me, hopefully every day. This cold weather put a kibosh on that, but then we went and walked at Walmart, so that was kind of cool. Almost as many steps. We have a large, well, I think we have a medium-sized Walmart here, and almost as many steps as going around our whole block. That tells you if you walk around the inside perimeter, on the inside, but the very outside perimeter of the store, it was about 1,300 steps. I did it twice. When I do it twice, and that gives me, you know, at least 2,500 steps, and that works towards my 10,000. Trying. After I get a few pages done, I might go back in and paint or whatever, I don't know. But anyhow, the dog, he was running down the driveway. We went around the block, and he was running down the driveway, and all of his legs went out from underneath him. And he just, right at the front door practically, and he just kind of looked at me like, what just happened? And I'm like, it's okay, come on. He got right up and he was walking fine, but that is a constant thing we watch. Ooh, a bird. I don't want to use exactly the same paper, although they can turn out totally different ways, I think. A bird with a top hat. I'm even going to add some of these coloring book pages, like these little paisleys. Oh, these are whales, I guess. I probably won't do these kind of pages. They don't, but in small doses. In here, I kind of like them. That's a good way to get rid of that stack that's piling up. Although I have cut back on the amount that I buy. I was buying a lot of them. Get enabled on Instagram. Thank goodness I'm not on Facebook, because that would be even worse. Images from magazines. I love all these masks. Ooh, that's a good one right there. Pretty. And I like how the glue reacts to different surfaces, different kinds of paper. What else? Oh, don't need these anymore. These were the papers I used. for my intro. I'm very low tech, can you tell? I might do this in stages all day. Have like a 2-hour video of talking. That would be crazy. But then I can get rid of a lot of this stuff. Oh. Contemporary quilts for Hermes. Is that not gorgeous? That's not getting taken apart. That might go to Missouri with me. So every day I'm checking the weather in Missouri. To see which route to go. Probably going to stay super south. Ooh. There's a pretty page. Just to avoid any road problems with ice or whatever. Although, one of my southern cities, Little Rock, has got snow like 3 times. I think I said this yesterday, in the next couple days. Like, okay, you're not helping my situation here. You want to do one all the way through? Alright, let's pick this one. Just got this color. This is simple from, I think this is Walmart paint. But this color is like a magenta. It's their version of purple. Well, it's really not purple, but whatever. But it's transparent enough, if you do it like this, that you can see some of the words underneath. This is my favorite go-to color combo, because my favorite quilt person uses this a lot. Kay Facet. Oranges, yellows, and pinks, and flowers. A lot. Although he does a lot of purples and blues with this color too. And I always love adding yellow. I don't know, there's something about yellow. Makes me smile. I'm trying not to think. And I don't teach because I usually don't do these things right. Although on this, I don't think there's a right or a wrong. Alright, I'm going to get out. This is from a jelly plate, but I can use it as a protector. Some of these I don't want to use. Ugh. Yeah, I'm still hoarding them. Haven't finished hoarding them. Okay, let's just flip this over. And we'll come back to it. Alright, now I'm going to get rid of some of this. The bright parts are gone. I'll just do a lot of stripes here. How about that? Sorry if I'm quiet. My husband's still asleep. It's only 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, it's 5:11. Ooh, this is from Daphne's Diary. Ooh, I hate doing this. But I probably won't use it if I don't do something like that, because I'll hoard it. You know? Can't be the only one. So here's little raindrops. That was my little worm that I did on a jelly plate. Now, I'm not doing exact gluing, very careful gluing, but here's the book from yesterday. But I think once you get paper or paint on it and other mediums, it kind of works for me. Again, I don't teach because I don't do it right most of the time. Okay, I'm going to call that one done for now. Oh, ooh, that one's pretty by itself. Ooh, this was on vellum. That same color in turquoise. Oh. We're going to see if this will work. May not. I could do this with medium, matte medium and stuff like that. I'm just lazy. And this is not exact science here. Not meant to be. I love how sometimes the text comes through. This one has all different colors. We're going to use this whole page. I'm really doing this fast. I do not want to think. It's better if you don't think. That I do know. For me. I put too much thinking into it. That was too much thinking, but I didn't want to cover up all of that. This has got a lot of color. Just going to break it up a little bit. Ooh, I might use my worm right here. Some of these snippets I am keeping for tiny collages, and I have like my Lectrum book. Every day I add a piece of color in here. You want to see something gorgeous? Am I even in? Probably not. Every day I've been painting this to try to give me backgrounds. Oh, is that not amazing? See, you would say, okay, that's ugly, but when you flip through it and see them all, no, that's pretty. Some have two different colors, some have one. That was yesterday's. And I just do this. This is my brain dump. And I purposely don't want it all covered. I put this little thing on it so it'll air dry. Okay, without sticking. And away we go. Dolly paper with polka dot fingers. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, let's work on this page. And after I use it about 6 times, I'm going to throw it away. Except you never know. I literally, the other day, came across something. I'm like, oh, threw that piece of paper away. I could have used it now. I think that's a definition of a hoarder, isn't it? But what if one day my upload for today for you guys, Wednesday, will be up in 17 minutes, FYI. In real life, it's already up. So I'm practicing to be a streaming, perhaps, once in a while. This is my practice. See if I can talk for that long. I don't know. And I don't know if I could follow people, say, oh, so-and-so's here, hi. I don't know if I can do that very well. But, okay. The fires are out in California. I'm pretty sure the Thomas Fire is out. Now that's where they're having mudslides, though. Poor people. Carpinteria, my grandparents used to camp there all the time. The Thomas Fire started on December 4th. 8 days ago, it was 92% contained. So January 1st, about. That's so sad. And now it's sliding. I don't think they... December 30th, it was 92% contained. Not expected to be fully out until January 21st. So it's still not out in places. They're letting some of it burn because then they can burn off the brush. And it won't happen again, but then you have the... I just had paper in my hair. You have the possibilities of landslides. I kind of like her. I might not cut her out. Oh, this is the Blue Ridge Mountains, North Carolina, where I am. Well, I'm in South Carolina, but I have seen this many a times, and it does look like that. This was from my National Parks book, but this was page 18. Oh, we could talk about that. Okay. A page 18 project. Where might it be? It's over here somewhere. You can hear a big plane. UPS plane coming in. Warning. No, I didn't put it in here. Oh, there it is. Okay. We don't get planes except for 5 o'clock in the morning. So this is me taking page 18 from all of my repurposed books that I have. And if I like the page enough to want to use it some more, I'm going to photocopy it. And then I'm just going to do an art journal. This was talking about how you rip up little pieces of paper, put them down, and then film them on a YouTube channel. This was from Somerset Studios. This was from a Spanish textbook. Page from a textbook. Dick and Jane children's book. National Geographic. National Parks. And I'm trying to flip-flop a little through here. That old history dictionary or multiple use dictionary. An art book. Another book, but it's called Leaving Van Gogh. A science book, the Hindu book, Hubble Space Shuttle. That's why I kept this piece of paper in here, because I want to remember. And where it's possible, I'm trying to keep the pages. It's like page 18, page 18, page 18, page 18. This was a catalog for online courses that we get in the mail every once in a while. This is another old book. So, and then I'm going to do art with them, because that's what Amy told me to do. It's called hashtag page 18 in 2018 project, I think. Wait a minute. Hashtag page 18 in 2018 project. Yeah. And it's on, I should put that at the bottom of my screen every time in my show note thing underneath. I should do that. But it's on Instagram. It's being publicized, whatever you call it, on Instagram. And there's no specific time or whatever that it's ready. It's just when I can fit it in. Whoa. Hopefully I'm in. And that is one of those things that just came to me in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, that would be, because last year, and I'm going to do that for my sketchbook project. last year I did national parks, which was my first year participating. What else is happening here? It was just so nice yesterday to walk Bogey. I think I started this conversation too. With no dogs barking at us from next door. But it's so funny because he never really cared for them and never really gave them the time of day. But now that they're gone, he keeps going over to the fence like, where are they? They're gone. It's been so quiet. And the guy across the street that had, I'm going to leave that one. Well, it needs a little text. Who had chickens, his are already gone. He's big into doing lots of stuff and then never finishing it. So he made this gigantic chicken coop and all this other stuff. And now they're gone. But his weren't under our bedroom window. They weren't really under anybody's bedroom window because all these houses are on the water except for his. His is across the street. So there's really no houses over there. And the actual street in front of us has all their backyards except for his place. So hopefully I can get a little bit of my, I try to do it on my iPhone sideways so it wouldn't be so ridiculous looking. I should put words, shouldn't I? But, okay. No thinking. And see, even though that happens, like the paint has peeled up because it was put on here super wet, I don't care in this instance. There's some good card stuff. Doesn't belong in that book box. Mark Twain. Mark Twain doesn't belong in that box either. But this can be used. I'm just going to glue the whole thing down. Call it done. Much more interesting. That can be like that, although it needs some text. Alright, here's a newsletter from where I take painting classes. We'll use some of their text. Pumpkin pie. That I think starts up next week. So I haven't mailed in my money yet. I gotta do that. Oh, what state is like that? Massachusetts? Like this is Cape Cod, I think. That's where my mom and dad met. Cape Cod. Alright, I'm really not using up very much stuff here, people. Maybe I just need to glue in big pieces of paper. Here's some little birds from Christmas. Here's my Fa La La photocopy that I did not use after I photocopied it. I think this was the trial or something, I don't know. Different thicknesses, different types of paper, different mediums used. Okay, here we go. The whole thing's going down. And then when you do the extra work on here, it's kind of kept in a book. And you can rip out the pages when you want them. That's a neat way to store it. Also, side note, so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to, these pages that I've used a lot, we're just going to put the rest of them in here and start a new group of scraps. Otherwise, we're never going to get anywhere with this box of forever. See? Pictures, color, text. Maybe that's part of my problem. My scraps are too small. The pieces I tear them into. Whoa. Whoa. Ooh. I don't think I'm going to do one on that one. Might do this on there. Start seeing the same thing over and over again, even in the books that you do. To me, it stunts your creativity. Oh, you know what I should do? Okay, here we go. I'm just going to start shoving some pages, some paper, because I think I'm still thinking too much. I'm just going to go like this. That's one that's going to go there. Oh, that's too pretty. Oh, there's that thinking again. Bigger scraps. Throw away the white. Put this on a page that has lots of color. Break it up and give it some text. But no more thinking aloud than that. Not the whole thing. And my stack over here is gone. So now let's pick out some. Trying to make a psychedelic turkey. He didn't really turn out, but he's super thick. Okay, here we go. Jelly plate. Poly. Geometrics. Nope, too much on the same thing. Don't, you're thinking about it, just leave it alone. Okay. Deli paper. Okay. Daphne's Diary. They make the best borders, and you forget to use them sometimes, so there we go. Rest is in the trash. Oh, balloons. One more, and then we'll go back and see what we got. Oh, here we go. How about that? Oh, I think my thing's getting ready to go up. Ooh. Okay, well, believe it or not, I got rid of some, but I don't think you can tell. I could be doing this for days. Days and days and days. But let's see what we came up with. Alright, move this one back. Keeps bumping my legs. Alright. Now we're going to do something with all of it. You know, if somebody gives you magazines to cut up, I mean, like this is 2 Architectural Digest magazines glued together, and I just, you know, there's a lot of bright stuff in here. And you can, in my opinion, add to it. And use this as your journal. I mean, a lot of people talk about that a lot. I think it's awesome. I do that. But you could use this as a filing system too. Like now I can maybe go back and say, okay, let's start with this page and do something with it. And I know a lot of people do that. That's not rocket science, and I'm not the first one to say this. Don't teach. Remember, don't teach. The coloring book pages that you think you may not want to do, this is a quilting trick. Okay, this is a quilting trick. If you don't like a piece of fabric, say whatever, cut it down into smaller pieces, and it doesn't look quite as ugly or daunting or whatever. Quilting tip. This is what I should do, just go back in and fill a whole book up. And then when I have a few minutes, sit here and glue them down. And then just start going. I don't do this enough, and my piles get overloaded. Alright, this is some kind of tomato soup from Daphne's Diary. No strawberry soup. I like this red. I think creamy quark. Is that a type of soup? Quark? Never heard of that word. But it's in our journal. Christmas trees. I about used up this glue stick. Although I don't want to cover up that color. There we go. This was out of a book, Christmas book, that I got at a Big Lots or one of those places that they get leftovers from stores closing or products closing out. I think I got it for like $1.50 or something. Uh-oh. I think we're at the end of our glue stick. Alright, let's put this one in the trash. And our video's up. Okay. Go to YouTube. I guess you already are on YouTube if you're watching this. Duh. Okay, we're going to use up this stick too. It's very liberating, I will say, to me. I don't like that color. I love that hand. Better than keeping the whole page. With a few socks mixed in. This is going to be tricky because there's glue on both sides here. Okay. I don't think I like that there, but I'm not going to commit to that one yet. Alright. We'll commit to this. Splat. Can you tell I like color? Don't touch these pages. I am a color person. I like bright colors. And I like natural colors too. I love natural sweaters, and I like bright stuff too, though. I like all colors. Alright, I gotta check my battery because I'm not sure how long this is gonna work for. Okay, so far so good. Alright, I think we're back where we were. Alright, let's see what we can do with it. And it makes it all nice and lumpy. Alright, we're going to work with this piece. It has, and I'm not teaching this because I'm not good at this. This is not me teaching. I don't teach anything. I'm just playing. But it has grown substantially, and I love it. And then if I like this page, I'll rip it out and use it as an original and then photocopy it a couple different times. Yeah. Okay, let's add some blue here, or purple. Ooh, it's runny. And I love the swiping method. Not a lot of thinking. I think this is a good art therapy thing. Alright, that needs to dry. That really isn't dry yet. Alright, let's try something different here. My favorite toys here. I'm not the flower person at all, or the girl person. Probably won't see a lot of that in my stuff. I value their work. I value their meaning to other people. It's just not my thing. I'm Madam Map. Didn't you hear me yesterday? My name is Madam Map. And there's no maps in here. We have vellum though, don't we? Ooh. That's in a different scrap bag. Right, there's Deli right there. Okie dokie, my battery has recharged. This was the page we stopped on. I put a flower in there with my Stabilos, but it doesn't have to stay there. Now, in waiting for my camera to charge, I did another page. And I accidentally drew the outline of the state of Idaho, which the Snake River starts over here in Washington and kind of wanders here and all through here, over here. I'm going to photocopy this and shrink it down. I did not show you how I did this. This is going to be my title page, but this is exactly what I did, what I've been doing. I love this, just like it is. I think when it's photocopied, it will be even prettier. Because sometimes a photocopy gets rid of, you don't see the torn edges, it kind of meshes it together. At least mine does. And it's just scraps that I painted on a paper bag, Christmas red and green, spring, Bargello paper that I made another time. This was with my Stabilos without putting any water on them on graph paper. And I just put it on a piece of magazine. And I love it. So, hopefully with these things, the point of doing this is I'll have a gigantic magazine full of pages that look like that. That's why everybody does them. And now I've lost it. Here it is. And it alleviates scraps. It allows me to throw stuff away that I thought I would need to hoard. Kind of solves a lot of issues. And creates gorgeous art for you. So, now, the next step. Not every page works out, especially for me. Let's see what we can come up with a little bit of paint. And I try not to think here. Oh, I just came up with another way to do this. Ooh, this is so fluid. Green, purple, turquoise. Now, credit card, gift card, whatever. Kind of puts a blend to everything, in my opinion. And look at there. That's even prettier, if you ask me. Probably shook the table, I'm sorry. I love that. And I was going to throw this piece of paper away. See? That's why I can't throw stuff away. I never know. Okay, let's get out a little white. See what happens. To kind of back it, I actually like it just like this, but I'm going to try to back it up a little bit. This is really thick. Liquitex. Because the other paint is still wet, kind of mushes it together, backs it up a little bit. And by putting such a thin coat on there, which this helps me with, that helps it too. Now, let's see what happens. Ooh. That kind of takes off some of another layer, so you can still see the underneath stuff. It's interesting, it did not stick to that old text from that 56 book, 1956. I lean over my heat tool. Okay. Sometimes you have to be careful because the paint starts to bubble. Don't leave stuff on there too long. Now, I'm not a flower person and I'm not a face person. But let's see if we can find something in here. A window? And these aren't affected by the wet paint. I can just scrape it off. Oh, here's Michigan. Backwards, I think. Michigan's a state, the shape of your hand. That way. This one's that way. Okay, let's just work with these shapes here. And then it seems that if you get this wet, it gets grungy, which I was not a fan of for the longest time. But it's really, really working on me. Now, accent. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. I'm going to try to put a lot of yellow because I like that right there. I'm just trying to work with those lines I already drew. Well, it comes up enough. Now, just hang in there for a second. I may have already used it. It seems like there was a page. But see, even this little girl is on a very grungy-like background. And then she went over. Oh, let's tear out the shape of Idaho. Okay. Alright, that's our shape. We'll use this page from Daphne's Diary because this is a non-slick surface and we might be able to do something. I want a little piece. Okay, we're going to tear it out. We're going to try. It won't be exact, of course. Because a lot of Idaho's borders are determined by the river. They just made the border there. Sort of Idaho. That really doesn't show through though. Okay, we're going to use this on another page. Ooh. Works there. Look at it. Makes that roof look purple. It looks blue here, purple there, and pink. Oh my God. Ooh, ooh. We have Idaho paper. We just made our own Idaho paper. That's how it works, folks. Not teaching. We're just going to draw a big old heart here. I was thinking I had a Jane Davenport paper that kind of was this grungy, but that little girl is that messy. Alright, I'm looking for my Mimi Bondi one. There it is. See if she's got one that messy. She uses a lot more brights and acrylics. Pretty. See? That one's really grungy. Then she kept putting stuff on top. And you can always do, you know, that kind of stuff. You can actually see the texture of the paper she's using in a lot of this. See, I like that. That's not so much grungy, but then she went over it with, okay, hold everything. Okay, I like this, and I like Idaho, and I like my pink roof. We're going to try one more. This is vellum. I don't know if that's a good one to experiment with for me. Let's find one that's more done. I don't know if I can use that one yet. Okay, we can use this one. Alright. This is black acrylic. We're going to try to practice our writing. Let's get rid of the pieces of paper. Don't make fun of my writing. It isn't the best. Alright, I'm going to practice with flowers. This is paper that I already had done this process with and then photocopied it and glued it down and then painted around it some more. I'm not a very good flower person, can you tell? I hear a dog waking up. What time is it now? 7:30. He's waking up before the husband. It's a good thing that man works for himself. Well, he's beyond retirement age. He just has shorter days these days. Don't dislike it. Not crazy about it. Need a smaller brush. But not crazy, not uncrazy about it. Uncrazy, is that a word? I don't think so. And I could put stuff over this. And I might. Alright, I need another. Ooh. Probably too wet. I'm getting ready to do it again though. I love that. Might photocopy that one. I was trying to find that one I just ripped the paper out of. Here we go. White. I need to back it up a little bit. That might be too much. Hello. That paint's too thick for my likeness. Oh, there's the husband. Alright, we're going to stop and let this dry then. Yes. Oh, good Lord. Where was I? Alright, I've met with the contractor, which has been given this plenty of time to dry. What was I going to do? I think I was trying to get this to this stage. I like the green in here. Let's add a little bit of black Stabilo. Alright, wait a minute. It's coming back. We did a page over here. Oh, yeah. I really like that. We met with the contractor. He can start in about 2 weeks. Yikes. But we kind of figured that. And, I'm thinking here. I'm going to add yellow. I like yellow. Did I already say that today? This is going to take 4 hours to upload. It's a little overcast today. I have to remember to add in my walk yesterday with the dog. Oh, I know. I had layers and layers, and then I put white over it, and now I'm putting more layers. It's coming back, people. It's coming back. Let's dry this. I'm going to cut out the drying. A little yellow thrown in there. This Flow magazine, I can't remember which one it was. And they number theirs weird. Had a lot of pink pages. I might use these as mop-up pages because that looks pretty. And it's just some articles. I really like that. Okay. Now let's get this wet. The Stabilo part wet. And you can cut it in strips. No two are ever alike. You can add other colors in here. I don't know what goes on top of what without ruining whatever, so don't quote me or blame me if tools don't work right. I don't know anything. I know nothing. My water's starting to get icky. See? Voila! And then, okay, I like a little bit of this thrown in there. I forget to put stuff on top of other stuff sometimes. But it makes a huge difference. To me. How did I get a mosquito bite in the middle of winter? Voila! So we've made a couple pages. I accidentally drew the shape of Idaho here. We did that one. We glued a lot of stuff. Where's the other one we made? I think we could have made about 5 or 6 completed pages and foundations for lots more. That didn't clean up my bin very much. It's still overflowing. I found another magazine. Actually, I found 4 more magazines. I glued 2 Time magazines, 1 Rolling Stones, another magazine. I'm not sure what that was. That's a Time magazine cover. Now, isn't that scrumptious? Duct taped it with, you know, your granddaughter's Hello Kitty duct tape. And I'm going to town on this one too. It is, oh, look at that. That's a paper bag. So now I have a pocket. It enables me to possibly make my piles of paper scraps smaller. I don't teach, but I will tell you how this works for me. It enables me to make my piles of paper scraps smaller so that I can throw some of it away because I feel like I have used it. It gives me freedom. It gives me spontaneity. It gets the creativity flowing. It gives me possible backgrounds for other pages. In 2018, I want to buy less. Ooh, let's use the tiny little paintbrush. What did we do with our tiny paintbrush? Where is my tiny? Oh, here it is. I didn't do this one right before I went to see the contractor. Oh, and now it's gotten hard with acrylic. I may have just ruined the paintbrush. Ah. And this was a Crayola. I like the Crayola brand paintbrushes as far as being like student grade. Their handles work in my hand. The brushes are not old. I like acrylic brushes, but they're not always acrylic. Yeah, okay, stop. I don't like that now. This paintbrush and this paintbrush are my favorite. They're both Crayola. I love these two. Now, as far as, you know, fancy watercolors for this kind of stuff, those are definitely my favorite. I'm trying to save this other one because this was a good small one. I may be okay now. May not. So, even though I don't teach, I believe in this method. And my tummy's growling, so I'm going to go eat something. So tomorrow, we're going to start with our title page on the Snake River. See how pretty that is? That was just me mopping up wet stuff on a piece of really thin paper. That could be a background. Start out with colored construction paper. Ooh, construction paper. Anything. If you're like me and love all this bright stuff and disorder. If you like order and unspontaneous stuff, may not work. This is a graphite pencil from the Guggenheim. I like a little bit of graphite showing up in some of this stuff too. Whatever floats your boat. This is called Whatever Floats Your Boat paper. That's what it's called. Whatever floats your boat. Okay. This is going to take 3 hours to upload because I'm not going to edit this down except for when the heat gun came on. We're going to edit that part out because it's too loud. And go make whatever float your own go make your own whatever floats your own boat paper. It's fun. I highly recommend it. With your paper scraps. Love it. See y'all tomorrow.
So, thanks for watching an hour and 27 minutes of me floating my own boat with paper scraps. Check it out on Instagram. See you all tomorrow.